Yo, it's your boy HUN Tizzy and we're back again. It's the Golden Era UK Rap Podcast. Can I get a round of applause? Yeah. Yeah, energy's in the room. So like, big up everyone at home, like we do every time. Big up GCP. Big up No Invite. Yeah, and big up Consume London. Do you understand? Yeah, fam. Yeah, Makai. It's becoming a trend. Makai. Yeah, cool. Like, yeah, so we're here again. It's episode, whatever episode it is. You get me? Because you've been watching them back to back. We're picking up. Like, I say it all the time. But like, I might as well just get this out of the way from early. Who said?
Ooh.
Who said, fam?
I think that's been growing on Instagram. Still, people getting it too easy. I think you've been making it a bit too easy, huh?
Yeah, because you see what? Yeah, you see me. I start going deep into the archives. I start drawing for certain artists and certain tracks, and like it's just lost. That one's just going up in the air. You know, like people are not guessing it. You know, them ones like.
I think it's harder when you say it because when you type it, I think it's easier just to figure out.
Yeah, but when I say it, when you start reading it, it's like you can get your own rhythm.
Yeah.
And try and think of how that person. I don't know, fam. I reckon I would have got some of them, probably not all of them. Do you get me?
No. Like, it's good.
But it is picking up.
I just seen how everyone's getting like.
Everyone's interested. Yeah, I'm more giving on the Instagram. I'm more giving man medals. Yeah, you get the first place. You know them ones. We have to work out something. See if you could get a T-shirt or something.
I see.
Yeah, fam, it's building. But let's see what they're saying for this one now. Let's see if they're gonna leave some comments. So this one is. That means sweets are gonna fly from every corner of the whip. Man will catch you on the corner, and man will corn you. No corn on the stick. Nah, scrap that, hun. You're trying to bodge a man's bars, like man's gonna be all upset with you and that. It sounded wrong. Let me say that again.
It's not supposed to sound right though.
No, but like I didn't even say it right.
Listen, it's supposed to sound as confusing as possible. That's
yeah, like a classical counting. But I didn't say it correctly.
Say no more.
Okay? So listen. That means that sweets are gonna fly from every corner of the whip. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Man will catch you on the corner, and man will corn you. No cob on the stick. Sounded like some bars, I like.
No, it's cold.
Yeah, who said that anyway? You lot leave some comments below, or you know what I'm saying? We'll get it out there into the universe. Alright, so let's get to the part of the show. You get me the interesting part, the sick part. Like, you know them ones, we get guests from like all different walks and different parts of the golden era. For me, which was 2004, 2005, you know this by now. But we get the people from them times to tell the story of how it was, because I, as someone that says I was there.
Them times onwards, because you know what I mean?
Them times onwards, onto now. Some people we bring on might not have too much going on now, but we don't care. We didn't bring them here for now. We bring them here for the golden era. So we're going to start from there. Do you get me? So I was thinking about like, yeah, we need to start getting different variations of people in it. You know them ones like, and you know we've done a good job already, fam. We've had cameramen. Do you understand what I'm saying? We've had singers. Yeah. We've had all walks of lives. You understand? So I thought, alright, cool. Let me send for someone that I know will definitely have many stories, and a lot of people are gonna know, but not necessarily. Like as a fan, you might not know him, but the artists that watch it, they'll know him. A lot of them will know him because a lot of them would have crossed paths with him on his golden era part.
100%.
So let me stop waffling on. Get me. Without further ado, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself.
What's going on, Sean D, engineer? Oh, yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Come on, cuz, man. The golden era was like epic times, you know what I'm saying, innit?
Yeah.
Like, and obviously we could start from when I met you, but that don't make sense. We need to start it from the beginning. Do you understand? Your beginning. Like you understand what I'm saying, innit? Now, normally I would have been saying name meaning.
Yeah.
But I feel like
Oh, yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory.
it's self-explanatory, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Sounds a bit like a porn star as well, you know what I mean? You see that scene with Sean D where he pipes down fucking.
Yeah, Sean D and Wesley Pipes and them.
Yeah, Wesley Pipes.
Do you know what? When I was growing up, in my friendship group, there was a Sean B. So that's why I got Sean D, just to split the two. You know what I'm saying?
I know he's used it when
That's
he's
why.
trying saying yeah.
Else man would have had to say your whole name. You get me?
Yeah,
Or just call me.
you know what I'm saying? She's like, why they call you Sean D? Let me show you, baby girl.
You're funny, you know. What's wrong with you? Alright, cool. So like, we got that one out of the way, innit? Quickly. Early doors, we wrapped that one up, innit? So like, we would have moved on to this now. Like, when you started, just doing music, you know them ones, how you came into music.
Even before that, your interest. You know,
How I started with my first music.
where you from as well? Sorry.
I'm from like Palmer's Green, Wood Green sort of
Okay,
side.
yeah, that's a big part of your influence.
Yeah. I started my first if I really go back, it's when I was about 12, 13. You're gonna laugh. I was in a band playing fucking. I know you're gonna.
We can't laugh.
I was in a band like playing guitar really badly.
So you can play?
Not really. But then I grew out of that very quickly, and
What was the band called?
Oh no, I can't. no, that's flames.
You have to. You have to. You can't, but it's part of the history, isn't it?
Conspicuous or some man.
Come on, back in the day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But soon, straight away after that, I kind of realised that the thing was DJing in it back then.
Yeah.
Straight away, I jumped on. I learned how to mix on vinyl.
What tunes? Was it
What
garage
year
days?
we talking
Garage,
about?
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Garage. Oh, I was like 13, 14, so boy, that's like a long time ago. So I don't even know, like early 2000s.
Yeah.
Early. Yeah,
Do you have anyone in your
2000s.
family that was DJing?
Nah, do you know what? My family's non-musical.
Wow.
Like sport family. They all play football. Both my brothers are like ballers, you know what I mean? And I was just like the middle child.
For you to start at such an early age, because it
Yeah.
weren't easy to get vinyls in at them days, you know what I mean?
Nah, but it was like, you know what? In school, I went to school in Southgate, and there was a vinyl shop called Scream Records.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
is
yeah,
real
yeah,
old
yeah,
school.
yeah,
That one.
Yeah, come on.
So the first vinyl I bought was Creeper White Label.
Yeah.
And every week Friday, £10.
That's why you're here. That's why you're here.
Well, when you bought records back in the day, it was different.
It's a mad feeling. It was a mad feeling. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, every week £10 White Label. He'd play me with the new White Labels. You choose one. And yeah, man, I just
These kids will never know about that, you know.
No.
Going in a record shop and going through records.
Oh yeah.
That was
Like
Saturday.
you would have had to
Yeah,
heard.
that was the highlight of your week.
I think you would have had to hear the tune. Where would you have heard the tune before? Like you might
Radio.
have heard it on radio, innit?
Yeah.
Like a exclusive DJs played that tune in it.
The
I
actual
want that
crew.
one.
Yeah.
If it was them days where it's Creeper, like you
Okay.
gotta remember it was Roll Deep that played it.
Okay,
Yeah.
You know what I'm
so
saying?
now
So-
if you want that now,
Yeah.
you gotta go to the.
It's been released. But when you go to the record shop, there's just the whole they let you go through records and all
Yeah,
that.
the experience.
The
innit?
experience of it, just like
White
I said,
label, okay, so there's no writing on it.
No
It's just
writing.
like we should take this
I
one.
say stop.
innit?
I say
You
stop,
do the right.
You do the writing, innit? That's how you know. Because I remember like
stops you from getting sued. You can remix anyone's tune. Yeah. You can remix
you say
anybody.
it's got no name.
No name, because you're gonna. But the label, the people in the record shop know who you are.
Yeah.
They're gonna have your money ready for you when they come.
Yeah, because it was sale on demand, innit? Or sale on the time, innit?
Yeah. You just have to give them that little highlight because you gotta remember, enough of these kids that listen to this interview, they won't even know about
I
them
don't even know
times.
what vinyl is, you know what I'm saying? It's one of them ones.
Facts.
Yeah.
So mad, what, £10 every week?
Every week, one
Pocket money
vinyl.
is-
One.
Everyone would come with their vinyls, and my
So,
brethren,
okay.
my brethren and Andrew, who had the decks, then
Yeah.
the Technics.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
everyone's
and we will
bringing
have a
something to the
mix.
table. Everyone's bringing something to the table.
Yeah.
Like man might say, no, you can't use that, because I remember I used to come and see my youngers doing their mixing, innit? And man would say, yeah, like he's writ his name on the record, innit?
Yeah.
He's put them to the side. And man's, it's what you can't mix that one, you know, like,
nah,
like
nah.
no, you can't touch his.
Oh yeah,
That's
It's
his.
etiquette.
Yeah, you can't touch his records
So what's
unless
back in
he
the day?
says, like, what, man would have to ask him, what can I have a mix?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a minute. Like them ones, I know them ones. Like yeah, in a minute. Like man's all mixing 4 or 5 tunes and then letting you get. I said, wow,
That's how certain man turn into MCs because they didn't want to wait.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, man, it makes sense now, though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, man. But that's how I started, man. And then from there, I was like, do you know, I wanted to do something in music, but I didn't really know what. So I like trying. All my brethren were on pirate radio at the time. You know what I mean? You know, Axe FM.
Axe
Yeah,
FM, okay, yeah.
What else? What other stations?
Urban
Where was that
FM.
based?
So we had the internet ones. Axe was Edmonton, and then it moved to Brick Lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was those days, and then I managed to get on Heat FM.
What was you called as a DJ?
Oh no, you can't do that to me.
Come on, you can't even.
No, I can't. No, I'm not even doing that one. No,
Listen.
just people will Google MySpace.
Yeah, no, it's the history. It's for our kids, man.
Just DJ Sean D. That's just
Simple.
That sounds like a DJ name anyway. You know what I mean?
But yeah, like so Heat FM. That was like my home for a while.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, that was my first sort of taste of like the scene. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where I started meeting people through music. I met like guys in my ends who were rappers and shit and
Yeah.
DJs from MySpace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what
okay.
I mean? You used to post up your little DJ picture on MySpace. Someone
MySpace
will
is cold.
DM you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And then you link up and
Messages,
shit.
yeah.
So
Top friends and that.
yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, if we're taking it real back then.
No, but listen, I think that
Top
MySpace
friends, though.
still now. I feel like they broke everything down after to
Yeah,
devolve.
MySpace
Is that
got
right?
broke
Yeah.
into like 3 different apps.
Yeah, that's what they did.
We already had MySpace, mate. I could have put my
Yeah.
3 songs
That
here.
was Facebook,
I could put my
Twitter,
picture. I could do everything.
Instagram, all
I
in
could put a
one.
status.
SoundCloud.
You could do everything.
Yeah, just
all in one.
slideshows. Your music would play when you enter the MySpace.
Yeah.
You
You
could
could
change your background.
You could all change
Yeah.
your background and edit it.
Yeah.
But I think they was teaching us too much about coding.
Possibly.
When you if
Because
you
it-
knew
when you
when
technically
I
check
was
it.
mad on the MySpace and then when I realized that's the same
Change
thing
your
as about
background, yeah.
same thing as doing websites.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same thing,
So
innit?
they just broke us down and gave us things
nah.
that don't teach us that Facebook and Instagram and Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
Keep it simple, simplify it, man. Like I'll do this. You just do the you just write your feelings and put that there. That's just that.
Yeah.
And then you go over here, you can put your pictures up over here. You can put up a 5-second, you know, like they just broke all of them
Broke
down.
all it
into
down,
like-
no more slideshow, nothing. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But MySpace, us lot showing our age from talking about MySpace. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
Like, you don't know about
the original
MySpace,
thing.
then, innit? Like,
Yeah.
what the?
Oh, yeah.
If you don't know about MySpace and
Might be
you're watching
like
the
20
Golden
years
Era,
ago
like,
now,
you're
you
probably like, obviously you're here because you want to learn. So you
Yeah.
have to hear about it. You
Yeah.
can't be missing things, you know what I'm saying, innit?
Yeah, so carry on, show.
Yeah, so I was on Heat FM. Big up Chris J and his dog.
Okay,
I
yeah.
don't know if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
man
I've
know
heard of
about
Chris
this.
J.
A
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of stories about that one.
It's Presto involved in days as well. I think Presto was involved.
Yeah, I remember that, like, you go in a kitchen, do you know what I mean, in some dodgy flat, and the aerial's hanging out the window.
Oh,
you know
pirate,
what I mean?
yeah, you're talking
Yeah,
about-
proper pirate.
Yeah, I thought you was going to a radio station,
So there's
Sean.
bin
Nah.
shoots and shit.
Yeah, but I'm going
Don't
mad
you-
in it. I'm forgetting that it's like pirates them times,
Don't you
isn't it?
remember
Like
pirate
go
radio,
to the
the
top
bin
floor,
shoots?
climb through a window, go onto the
Yeah.
roof.
And you're
Like-
worried because you're bringing your records.
Do you mean
they're
bin
gonna
shoots?
get confiscated.
Well, you don't know about bin shoots?
You might have to
raided.
cut. Do you mean bin shoots?
Bin shoots, bro. You don't know about bin shoots?
Nah, man.
Man, taking out the whole bin shoot and turning it into a station, bro.
Nah, allow that, man. Man, them weren't doing that, man. Who station?
If you was a
Who
DJ
station
back in
is
the
it?
day, you would know there was different Extremes.
Oh, yeah, they were in some mad place.
I love it when you say Extreme FM or something. Like, no disrespect in that, but you tried it, man.
Bandos, yeah. It was bandos and
Bando
bandos.
FM. Yeah, I get
Bando.
that, man. Not no bin FM. Nah, man. There's not going down no bin shoots.
Bin shoot
Spit
FM.
no bars.
I mean,
fam.
Subjam was in a squat, man.
There you
so
go.
You're in a squat with crackheads and shit downstairs. For real. And you go upstairs and you do your set.
Just do your set.
Yeah, bust out. Simple, yeah. It's not different nowadays.
Zombies around you and shit.
Yeah, bro.
Steal your records and shit, like.
I'm just a music man, innocent music man. You're walking through. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, you need to bring an MC with you or something. You know them ones like a bad boy MC.
Yeah.
You could be the normal DJ. You just bring a bad boy MC with you. He's not playing that.
He's
like.
all picking up clients in there.
Yeah, fam. Trust me, living what he's spitting, brother.
Yeah, and then how did it progress from there? So obviously I used to DJ then. I was trying to like earn a living from DJing. So I'm doing like birthday parties. I'm doing opera house, DJing at opera house.
Opera's big house.
Yeah, come
Opera
on,
house was big
Rudolph's.
them days, though.
Yeah, come on. That was
Okay.
the thing. And Subjam, you heard of Subjam, that pirate, a link to opera.
Yeah.
But I weren't making no money. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't.
When they were paying you?
They were paying, but it's not a career, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're trying to be. Everyone's trying to be.
2 bills on a Friday or something.
Yeah, like, so I quickly learned that like I got to do something in it because I wanted to do something in music. So my brethren had a garage. He was a DJ as well. Big up Spike J. And yeah, man, his stepdad let us convert his garage into a studio. And that was the first studio.
That's the first studio.
First taste to getting paid like tenner an hour, getting to smoke weed all day.
So what you just go
You know, I was like, this is alright.
Yeah. So where would you get your like clients from? Like just the people that you've been, you know, the ones from your area.
Yeah,
and stuff.
literally just guys I went to school with, and then obviously, because I didn't know what I was doing. Let's be real, I didn't go to school for engineering or nothing. So
how did you learn?
So the first thing back then, there wasn't even no like that was the early days of YouTube. So it weren't like how it is now. So you're just googling you're googling and you're reading articles, and
on how to mix and stuff.
Yeah. So how to mix, and then I copy like for like a template of another engineer I see on like Google, and I didn't know what I was doing, so I'm bluffing it the whole time, and I got it to sound half decent, and then that's how I first started, man.
Can I just say something, like not to cut you off and that, but everyone that comes here, because it's a truthful thing, you have to tell the truth on the show, innit? Yeah. So everyone I find out, it's always come to find out, like, hold on, what, you never learnt this thing properly, you know, like you was doing this thing at the height of man's career, you know, like the height of man's career, like everyone was watching and listening or whatever, and what you just learnt 2 days before, you know what
I'm guilty of that myself.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm bringing it up. Like, I've heard this before. Like, I was winging it. Like, what do you mean?
100%.
So you winged it and learned it. You know them ones.
I still got imposter syndrome to this day. You know them ones there. Like, you feel like they know that I didn't really like. You know what I mean? There's certain buildings that you're in, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah. I hear that.
Imposter syndrome kicks in.
Winged it, like, so you got man coming and spitting their bars and that and doing their thing.
Yeah, but it's when you say a man, it's like just my friends, isn't it? So friends from school who are rappers, they're friends. Do you know what I mean?
And it's still sounding good.
I got half decent, so they're like, oh, okay, you know what you're doing. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, but like, I'm pulling it off.
Come on.
So like, and then word gets around, and slowly, do you know what I mean? Someone obviously from my ends at Axe FM, Black the Ripper, knew them. Okay. So that I was so gassed, you know what I mean? Black the Ripper's coming through the studio. Yeah. He was my first sort of client.
Rest in peace.
You know, rest in peace. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, rest in peace, man. You know what it is when you're first an engineer. Like rappers don't even want to give you a chance because they, like a good rapper, they only want to go to an engineer who they know is good. So when you're on a come up, like you're just hoping someone gives you a chance. Like Black was just a cool guy. He's the first one out of everyone who came to my studio.
What
didn't judge me.
In your friends?
In my friend's garage.
In the friend's garage. Okay.
Yeah. So that was my first sort of big client, I would say. And then man, I just done that I was in there for 2 years. until I got kicked out.
Got kicked out?
Yeah, I got kicked out.
Why'd you get kicked out?
Yeah, just man, like, just smoke. Too many man smoking weed.
Yeah, what am I talking about? You were back
because I'm in a residential. Do you know what I mean? And it's not even my yard as well. It's my close friend's yard. And so his stepdad eventually just started turning the electrics off mid-session. I don't blame him as well. Obviously at the time, innit? But
man's screwing.
But
recording and that.
Like rightfully so, because I was taking a piss, innit? Like,
really was your soundproofing like?
No, it wasn't good. You're hearing the rumble
booming down the yard.
The whole estate. What do you mean the yard?
Yeah, the whole estate. The whole. It was.
And then
crazy.
Black the Ripper, so there's hella weed, you know.
Bare weed. Yeah. Rebellious as well. Like we're not even turning it down.
So it got a bit crazy. And then but it's like, you know, when you get kicked out, it's like a motivation to like, because you see when you get the setbacks, you got to kind of use it to motivate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So at first I was a bit lost, and then I just called everyone. You know, you remember Pac-Man?
Yeah.
Do you remember Pac-Man from like
there's a couple.
Brimstone? Not Pac-Man the camera guy.
No, the rapper.
Pac-Man the rapper.
Yeah, Pac-Man the non-rapper who had a spot.
Okay, so there's a third one that man did.
The Asian.
No, he's not Asian. No, but I met him. He had the studio in Brimstone.
Okay, and
he gave me that
Brimstone.
studio.
Where's that? That's near Meridian.
It's near Meridian. It's like Enfield sort of ways, isn't it? Next to Enfield, and Meridian, sort of like you're
in the middle or something. Someone said to me, innit?
Yeah, and then that's when I found that spot, man, and that's when it really sort of
kind of took off.
Like, I took it serious.
So what year is this? Would you say that?
It's hard to, I don't know, like around 2010.
2010.
Yeah, I'd say. So I was in the garage before that.
Yeah.
But then around 2010, when the career sort of.
Yeah, but see, 2010, I feel like I was coming there.
Yeah. So maybe a bit earlier then.
I feel like, I don't know, man, what are you saying? I was there at the beginning of... Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I came there and things was already happening.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like...
Yeah. When did you first come?
2010 is when you was at Westies, bro.
No, I slightly...
You were Westies
2010... 11...
Maybe 11.
No, wait,
maybe 11, 12.
No. Okay. So sorry, Hunt. Yeah, it was 12.
Yeah,
it would have been 12.
Yeah.
But I met you when I was already like a guy, because you were a guy before I was doing my thing.
I was bugging my brain.
Westy was the guy.
Yeah.
Westy was the guy, and then I remember you coming to me and being like, "Oh yeah, I'll try this guy."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I'm like nervous, like, I hope that I can.
Oh, so all them times there, I'm thinking, why is Sean why's this guy so quiet, man?
Yeah.
Like, fucking hell, man, he don't speak much, man. Like, you know, like me, I'm like, like, man's not saying nothing, just
you see, timeline.
Just chilling, like saying nothing, fam. Like, you know them ones. But because when I see, like, when I've started, I don't know how I ended up there, fam.
How did you guys meet?
It was it through Propane or were you before him?
No, I was
through someone.
I bought Propane there. Like when I found there, I said, "Yeah."
It was through someone. It was through recommendation.
Someone, and I just remember like pulling up one day, and when I was outside, I see.
Where was that studio again?
Brimstone.
That was Brimstone. Yeah. Like Enfield.
So like I've pulled up outside now, and like remember I've come from Westies. So you see like all the good rappers from Islington, let's say, you know, like I know all of them, innit? And all the ones from Hackney, I know all of them, innit? The ones from South, I've even come across them through times with yourself and Propane and these guys. Even the Northwest, we've come across them. The North guys, the Believer guys, we've come across them. Definitely. Do you understand? So now I've come to his studio. But like when I pulled up outside, the first person I saw was Young Spray. Like I just pulled up and Young Spray was walking past the car or something. Got to the door.
So was you next in that office space where it's like next to the estate?
So there was the studios where there was like 4 pirate radios in the studios, and there was like 3 studios.
Yeah.
And then there was the gym at the back.
Gym's next door. Mike
So that's where
GLC's
Spray
downstairs.
and them man
His
used to go
office
gym.
was
Mike GLC's
Yeah.
got an office in there.
Yeah, he had an
Downstairs.
office. He was
Downstairs,
next
yeah.
door. He was next door.
So it was in the same building.
No, next door.
Next
There
door.
was
So I know where the
ne-
studio is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know exactly the studio you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I pull up. I see.
The Spray going to meet Mike or linking him.
I don't
Probably-
know.
or
I think
probably the gym.
no. I think he was coming from the gym.
Oh yeah.
I think he was coming from the gym. So Young Spray walks past. I'm like, okay, cool.
Oh yeah.
Like I go to go in. I see Mike GLC.
Yeah.
No, I see Mike GLC like hovering around because obviously he was in the other door, innit? Like,
Yeah.
but he would be. They would be.
Yeah, everyone, because you could walk through the gym into that building.
Yeah.
So it was all sort of joined up. Like.
So over my times of going there, next couple times I think I see Paper Pabs, Bloodline.
Yeah.
Nasty.
So I'm starting to realise, hold on, this place is a hub. This ain't just like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just going there to rap now. There's
people there.
there's other people that's doing music.
Yeah.
Demolitions man there, I think now.
Yeah. And Madge. I think
Madge,
Madge.
yeah. P-Man and that. Is P-Man still there?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's a
Like-
spot, man. A lot of
It is,
people's
yeah.
careers come up off that spot. So.
And I remember one time as well, Sean, yeah, we was there and you showed me like the see that song? Craig David and Big Nasty.
Oh yeah.
You was telling me, I swear you was telling me how you recorded Big Nasty's verse or something like that. And that's why I thought, fuck, Sean's taking the piss.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking this is normal Sean that don't speak.
Yeah.
Sean that don't say nothing and all that, like he's just staying like, yeah,
You
look,
come in with bare goons in a hat like this. What am I supposed to say to these?
no, because I'm not coming there like that. I won't come in there like that.
I would just be baked though, them times.
Okay.
Man. I would just be baked, just staring at the computer, just like I zone out. But I think that's why people liked it, because it was just focused.
Yeah.
I mean, one of them studios you come in and the engineer's like drinking
and talk like
everything's
Sean's not
a
talking.
bit
He's just
like-
pressing buttons.
Yeah.
But see me, I'm thinking, yeah, but is the engineer all right though, innit? Because like you want him to do it with like a bit of finesse now. You don't want him to just be cut. You know them ones. So I'm trying to get you on side, and certain times you're Sean's just in the zone, like pressing buttons. You get me? Cause yeah, man, them times was crazy, fam.
Yeah.
See, I remember got to a point where I remember propane was personal about Sean.
Yeah, see.
Yeah.
I don't even. This is the first time I'm meeting you today. You know what I
Yeah.
I remember propane used to be like, no, Sean has to do it.
Yeah.
Sean has to do it. Sean has to do it. Yeah, Sean has to do it. Sean has to do it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, come, let's just record. Like,
No,
Sean,
Sean, we got go. No, Sean's got to do it because he does the mix.
Let me see Sean will mix it. Sean has to do it.
Records it, then we go back for a mixing session after. When all the songs are done, and then he adds all the things to it, like, and you say, yeah, what this, and then he will send it to me. I might send him my tape, like, yeah, Sean mixed it. Like, what you saying? Like, and say, yeah. You know them ones, cuz.
Yeah, I feel like that's because you kind of, what I tried to do was like learn that sound. Do you know what I mean? That was because those days was like talking the hardest days.
Yeah.
And all that. Do you know?
Yeah.
And it was like learning what the rappers want from that sound at that time. And when you collect, because even Westy knew that sound. And when you know that sound and you know what they want, so they come in the door and bang, you give them
you
the
can
product.
you can give man the thing straight away. Then man's saying, yeah, we want to work with this guy here because he knows his thing. You know, like one thing. Well, I don't know if every rapper's like this, but I know myself. If I come to an engineer and like I spit a verse, and then when I come outside to sit down and I hear it played back, like I'm expecting to hear it sound.
Of course.
You know, like not like mix, but just sound up.
But even before that, when you're recording,
to
make
and that's
it sound proper.
what I remember. I used to notice about you. Like Westy used to do it as well. Like man. You understand what I'm saying? Like, man would be recording and the man would be peeping through the glass window and see you already pressing buttons.
Yeah.
Because you know when I come out, I don't want to hear it sound like. I don't want to hear. But I'm gonna think you're shit.
You know what happened as well. Like, it got to a point where people started actually overly paying attention. You know, like even in the early days when we was filming and doing our things with like our studios and stuff like. It was people wasn't so critical.
Yeah.
In any way, like this, anything could pass.
Anything goes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why the music progressed, the scene progressed.
The music progressed, the scene progressed, and like even the people, some of us that was doing things in the initial stage, as much as it was good at the time, there was a time that we would take a hit because eventually someone's gonna build something based on your model.
Yeah.
Better.
But do it better.
They
might get the new camera or they might
whatever
get
it may be. If you're just the initial people, but that's and I feel like that people like Sean was like the actual engineers. No disrespect to any one of us, myself, Westy, or any.
I get what you're saying. He was in a building.
No, he was actually an engineer.
No, but he just told us he winged it.
No. But we've skipped years. So
yeah,
the winging was at the start.
The winging was at the start,
and then
okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I can tell you as an engineer. I'm talking from engineer's
perspective. You said when you was a cameraman, you're saying, Hunt, I'm filming you, but I've winged it. And I'm thinking, Jay, you didn't wing it. Them videos were good. What are you talking about? Like,
no, 100%.
But you know within yourself. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you see when you was recording, man, I'm telling you, wasn't winging it.
But I'm telling you, from an engineer's perspective. Sorry, I'm not trying to cut you. I'm telling you from an engineer's perspective. Reason why I never took it personally. And when you're creative, you kind of understand when someone's met someone that can do it.
That's gone to like a college or something.
It's not about college. They've just taken it. You know, like sometimes it's like being a master of all. Was it jack of all trades, master of none? But being a master or what is it?
So when you're just an engineer,
when you specialize.
Do you want to know what my cheat code was as well? Like no one else knew how to use Pro Tools in the UK. Okay. And so man would come in the studio, see I use Pro Tools and think, this guy knows what he's doing. You know, before I've even done it.
Yeah. Pro Tools,
just
I remember. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's how the new guy takes over.
That's
see what you said?
Yes.
You got this camera. Everyone's happy with them cameras, and then the new camera comes out. That's like just a little bit more money. Yeah. And you're thinking, hold on, let's just go through with this, and then the new guy turns up with the boot.
At this age, it's not. None of us take it personally. We've all been successful in our own right. You know what I mean? And we've all had our ups and downs in whatever we've done. But you don't take it personally. You just understand how it goes.
Understand? Like you probably just revamp, and then come back yourself because
by the time everyone was going to Sean, it's because you lot wanted a certain sound,
a Pacific sound.
You understand what I'm saying to you? I remember you lot was particular about Sean. There
weren't many engineers. You to other people.
There's
other people.
There wasn't many engineers at the time. I even told her, let's be real with it. Like he's got a certain level, isn't it? He holds a certain place in the game.
For what he's gone on to do, but them times he
for
was
all he's
big
done,
business. In my eyes, anyway. Just from all the people that I knew was like, look, this is what we normally do. Anyone that comes on that we feel like has usually got some sort of like catalogue of things, we normally hit them with the credit answer, credit question, innit?
Yeah.
Can you give not now because we'll ask you this later? But you see then Golden Era. Can you give us like, like a few names of people?
I just say go into just now. Just give them the.
I can give some names.
Go for the list now.
What, all of them?
Yeah,
all the way through. So
obviously you propane. Do you know what I mean? Remember Face.
Okay.
Face. Big Nasty, Big H, and the Meridian crew. Do you know what I mean? But who else? Let me think. Mike GOLC, Young Spray. From that era.
Black the Ripper,
of course. Yeah. Yeah, man.
And then just a lot of from anyone else from Dank of England music.
Yeah, all of them. So the whole Dank of England camp. So which was like Prince, Dynamic. All those guys. JC, I'm trying to it's a long time ago.
There's loads of people, man. You're forgetting people, man.
I'm forgetting a lot of people. It's hard.
I looked on your computer one time. You know them ones. You know, like when I'm going there now, I'm in there now, I'm there now. So now I'm not just sitting down. I'm coming to the computer with Sean. So I'm looking at things, you know them ones, and I remember looking, say, Benny Banks has been here. You know them ones, like, so I know that there's other. You're just forgetting some of the names.
What singers as well, like vocalists, because I know that's a different story.
Not really, bro. No. Like every now and then I record a singer who was brought by a rapper. But the singers don't really want to be around that studio. Do you know? It weren't really that vibe.
It's like what you're saying, it was like the trenches and that.
Man, that building is not. It wasn't the most welcome.
Tires. Yeah, there's all the tires. There's all the tires when you enter the building. Bare tires on the side.
I've shot videos outside there. You know what I'm saying?
So bare tires and that.
But there was a couple good talented shots. Charlene, who used to sing a lot for Black.
Okay.
And yeah, there was a couple, but yeah, mainly rappers.
Alright, so that was then. And I know there's more people, man.
Yeah,
I know there's more people, man. You probably leave here and start thinking.
I'll get annoyed because I forgot.
Because you forgot. Alright, so let's take it to like now. What list of people have you worked with?
So there was that era where I was doing like, you know, all those we just mentioned. And then after that, when I moved to Tottenham, is when I started doing, I met Huncho through Kenny All-Star. So I did Kenny All-Star. So from Prez T, you know Prez T?
Yeah, Prez T.
His
Kill
manager.
off Killy. Yeah.
So his manager at the time was Chris and Dwayne.
Okay.
Chris and Dwayne then managed Kenny All-Star. Kenny All-Star was doing the freestyles, the Mad About Bars.
Mad About Bars, yeah.
And he brought Huncho, into my studio in Tottenham. So it's a mad through.
That's when you moved to
Tottenham.
Tottenham, innit?
Hell,
Tottenham Hell, innit?
Yeah.
I think I came there once or twice or something. I think when you moved there, it was just wood.
Yeah. It wasn't even built.
It wasn't even built. It was wood. You said, it's the new thing. And I'm thinking, man, I want to go back to the... Like, you just said it was the trenches and the dungeons. But really, sometimes the dungeons where see, the magic happens in...
Of course.
Like some hostile environments. Fam. You know them ones, like the chairs all wobbling. You know them ones? Like, but that's where it's... And you just moved to some new place. And I was like, but... I kind of wanted you to go back there.
Of course. There's a different vibe in it. Because that raw vibe, you can't replace
it's like
it.
a new
Tottenham
area.
was polished. It was nice. There was
nice, man.
You know what I mean? There was 22 studios.
There was bare of them, and you was in there early as well. There wasn't like no one else even going into the studio. So it was like, and
I was the only guy doing like rap. They used to call me the grime guy. In the corridors, I asked the grime guy, Sean. You know what I'm saying? So I like, because they were all like, there was like drum and bass producers, pop producers, all of this. But I just, I took a risk. Yeah. And tried to, like, do you know what I mean? Move studio.
So what are you saying? They bring Huncho?
Yeah, they brought Huncho. And then...
What, for a session? Like...
For a session, yeah. To, like, he had an EP ready, but he wasn't happy with the sound. So he came to me. He liked what I did in the session. And then from there, I started recording with him. And do you know how most of my career, how I met people was through a feature? So even you, like, when you've come and you've brought someone, and then I end up using them, and then they bring someone, and it's just so that I met Hedy through Huncho.
Okay, and Eddie Huncho. That's sounding mad there, isn't it? Like, but Eddie one. Huncho.
So then Hedy one brought Young Bane to do a tune with Young Bane, and I met Young Bane, and then Young Bane brought D Block, and I met D Block. So then, do you know what I mean? And what I'm doing is every time I meet someone, I'm going an extra mile. So like you're saying where. You sit and you do the chops and you know the sounds and you leave them happy. So you rather than like being lazy and you got to get it mixed and pay me blah blah blah. You're just like I want this guy and I like this music, so I'll fucking do the chops in the session. So you're leaving with a song that sounds sick. You get in the car.
Yeah.
That's important, isn't it?
Yeah. Of course it is, because when you come back for the mix, it's not mad hours.
No.
Because he's already done. He's already.
It's already sounds so.
You can hear your song. Yeah, boy. The only other person I know that does this, Westy.
Yeah.
Westy, but it's in his house, and he's not doing it no more like that. So what are we gonna do? You know them ones. I need that. Sean does that though.
Yeah.
Do you get me? All I have to do is phone him, book my time. Like, I'll even give you a story. One time I was outside the studio. Ready for my session, fam. Bare bars. Phoning Sean. Phone's off. I said, oh my God, what's this guy doing? What's happened to him? You know them ones, like I'm out there phoning. I can't get through to him. I had to just leave. You know them ones. Luckily I was driving. I went home. Got through to him. He said, yeah, boy. Black the Ripper. Spray. He said some names. You know them? He goes, fam, they was in the session before and they didn't finish their song. And it was, you know them ones, like, they was like, they're like home team for him. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it was like, I couldn't even, I was so pissed with Sean. Yeah. If I'm honest, I was so pissed. I thought, you left me outside. Like, I booked, but then I thought, fucking hell, though, he does a good mix though, innit? You know?
I got away with it.
Does a good mix, like, you know, like I had to like pre it like in my head. All right, cool. All right, Sean. So then I just worked a different different pattern, and you get me, like just make sure, Sean, you're definitely there now. You know them ones like when I phone next time.
Yeah.
But like cause them times was like sick and epic, fam.
It was a busy period then.
Busy.
Yeah.
And you know, like you see what you're saying about like how I was an engineer, and you see the thing about winging it and being technical. You see, back then it was just about speed as well.
Yeah.
It was literally about speed.
Yeah.
How people time is money, and it's an hourly rate.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If you're paying for that hour and you're leaving with something sick, then people love you.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Some
what I'm
people
saying.
would work at, a lot of studio guys would work at as like, they'll tell you they're not even going to mix it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, you
So
know,
you gotta
you
come
just
back.
paid for your time.
Yeah.
Come back.
Yeah,
innit? Come
they'll
back
give you
and
no
get it mixed.
extras.
No, but like.
Yeah, so you're just trying to give you some raw vocal. I thought it's part of the whole package. No,
Like, you want to hear,
mixes is
you
a
want to hear
different
the
charge,
tune
fam.
when you go
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
Fam, I want to put the tune on in the car.
Exactly. That's the whole point.
As soon as I leave, I want to play this tune. Straight away.
Some people don't care. They don't care their business about it. They just let you know. Like,
It was so
Yeah.
sick. We used to go there with 3 songs because we was already trained up. We was already ready for that kind of challenge. You understand? So man would have 3 songs prepared and know that I'm gonna go there. And Sean's actually ready to work with, man. You know, he's ready to work. He's ready to be as quick as what, you know, like whatever I'm doing. He's on. What?
It's gonna make you sound like how you think you sound.
Oh, yeah.
As I rap the lyric, he's so
Yeah.
as soon as I come out of the booth, he already knows that I'm already like.
Yeah.
You know them ones, you know, like look how I'm turning
Bro,
on the
before-
chair, you know,
before
like
you're
an
even
impatient one,
rapping.
like time's running out, Sean.
Yeah.
Like man's ready for the next tune, Sean. Like what?
Yeah.
So Sean's got to mix that, like do something magical to that, because I still want to hear it after, and then we're moving on to the next song, and then we'd bang. You know what I'm saying? We'd get a lot of music done that way, fam.
Yeah,
I got a whole mixtape done. I think probably Treasure Hunt 2's done in his, and Propane's got a whole mixtape.
Yeah.
He probably done more work with him.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Sean's big in the game. Look at the people he's working with. Look. And what projects did you do with M Huncho and Eddie One and?
I mean, M Huncho. So I done his 48-hour. I touched up his first EP, but I didn't do the whole thing. And then we done 48 hours EP.
That was a good.
What was that like? That was what he done it all in 48 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, so a 48-hour studio session.
How many songs?
You're gonna laugh because it's only what's on there, like 5 songs.
Yeah, about 5 songs.
But nah, because
But 48 hours. 48 hours. Wow, sorry. Oh, just cooking.
back in our days, that was 2 hours.
Like, yeah, man. That's 48 hours. I thought, man,
Yeah.
like, that's like 10 tracks or something for a minute. Maybe what, 15?
Yeah.
Maybe 5 of them tracks will be shit though. Innit? If man did 15 tracks in 48 hours, 5 of them will be dead.
But
Like,
the
you know what I'm
scene,
saying?
I don't know, the scene had changed a bit, and because that's auto-tune rap as well, and it's quite, and also like
So what? Hold on. He stayed in the studio with you lot for 48 hours.
48 hours, yeah. I went home to shower, so I cheated. But everyone else,
But he, man, like, you got to write the bars as well, innit?
yeah. So yeah, because he's writing the bars, and I'm mixing the tune as we're going along with the beat stems and stuff. So it was.
Oh, what? You
it
made
takes
the
longer.
beats as well?
Yeah. No, I didn't make the beats, but
But he came with beats.
Yeah. So it's in house. We got He had producers.
Yeah,
It was proper.
that's like a mad challenge, though, isn't it?
Yeah. So
How did
It
you
was
link?
fun.
How did you link up with the plug?
the plug. Okay, so that me and Jack have known each other from. We didn't go to school together, but our circles were kind of tight. And obviously, like I know Jack from when he was, selling weed on Cowper Estate. Do you know what I mean? And it was just, you know what I mean. And I knew him through another guy, Darren Hall, and all this stuff. And we kind of like followed each other's journeys, but like we didn't really.
Parallel paths.
Yeah, like because he's obviously done his thing in the weed game.
Yeah.
So he's moved to Barca, started the plug calf, done a calf in Dan, blah blah blah. Do you know what I mean? And I've sort of done the thing and like with D Block and doing all these things. And then one day I DM'd him, and I was just like, "Why don't we do a plug album?" And then man, he was just like bang on it straight away. And that's when man, he's more the business side, and I'm more the sort of creative music director side.
So who came up with the? See, like because it was a lot of American US clubs, innit?
Yeah.
A lot of like Blade Brown with. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it was like, wow. So who came up with the idea for?
No, it was just kind of joint idea, like where we thought, like because he was like, I can get these guys,
What? Because they already come in and smoking at the
yeah,
path?
yeah. Well, where does when anyone
Simple as
goes to
that,
Spain? Yeah, where do they go? They go to the plug.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
So he just holly you then.
Yeah. And if it's not the artist, like sometimes the A&Rs or label people, they'll go to his shop. So he has connections in that world.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, we just kind of.
Are you and Prince? How are you and Prince quite close? I know Prince is an engineer.
Engineer Prince. Yeah. Prince is a legend, man. Yeah, 100%.
I know you lot work with quite similar people.
I mean, like he works in my spot quite a lot with D Block and Chip and everyone. But he's one of the best engineers in the game. He's recording on point.
Yeah, so you have to big up the engineers as well, because like no one doesn't even.
Yeah, that's what I said. Didn't you hear me at the beginning when I was saying like, there's people that everyone knows. Why? Because you rap, or because you sung, or you done this, but you was on the.
But when I think of Sean, I think of Prince. This is the level. You know,
like
these are the
people that are like. The rappers know about them because that's who's making the magic. So all the rappers are gonna big him up and say, Sean, I see you on the thing. Like they're gonna understand it, but there's people that the fans, they don't know that this is where the magic was coming from. You understand? These is one of the people that was to do with the magic. You understand? Because there's loads of little hubs and little places.
You've been in the key point as well. You've worked with a lot of people. You've been a magician for
then
a lot of
and now.
Right time, right, the right place, right time.
Yeah.
But do you know, like when I started in that first Brimsdown studio, there was like, do you remember Jerome's studio? He had a studio in Tottenham. There was JC had a studio, and he used to do Chip and Emma. There was MSM had a studio, and there was a few little, like you say, hubs.
I used to just remember there was just always loud music playing. There's always a radio station.
Yeah. Not even in Brimsdown. I mean,
okay,
like
there was other
places.
like have a little hubs and stuff. Yeah, there's always. But you know what it is? I didn't even know about them. I knew about Westies, and that was a hub enough. That was already enough of a hub. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I could go there and see Squeaks or Benny Banks or Joe Black.
Well, this is the thing. There were certain like movements in it. Because that was like the Islington movement, right?
Get what I'm saying? Yeah.
And so that they used to go Westy and me and then blah, blah,
but there was like even times when man would go and link the Wood Green lot and be, like in Chung's. But we haven't gone to link them. We've gone to Chung's. That just happens to be. Yeah. Do you understand?
There's Chocolate Factory. And
all of these places, yeah. There's been better places, fam.
But then when drill started, that's when things sort of changed a lot.
Yeah.
And I was mixing like literally most the drill songs that came out because it was a new thing, innit?
Okay.
And then there was me and there was a guy called Six. Big up Six as well. So he's a
Six.
Engineer. He's a producer, engineer.
His brother's 5, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah. So I mean, me and Six were like
6 with TE.
I think so. Yeah.
Innit?
Yeah. But so like me and Six were like the go-to guys in drill, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. But now the scene's changed, man. Now there's like a lot of labels involved. There's a lot of money. There's loads of good engineers I could name.
So what songs would you say? When drill first came out?
Air Force. So Air Force was.
Who's that? Dig That, isn't it?
Yeah. Dig That, Air Force. That was a big one. And then Six's big one was Homet and B.
Okay.
So he done Homet and B, I done Air Force, which are like
the crease in the middle, innit? That's what I'm saying. My car should have been there, fam. He's cool. He could have known these things. You know them ones like, rotted, okay.
But that was that sort of start of that scene. Yeah.
Rotted, okay. So give me some other songs that you've.
So I mean, the biggest song that changed everything for me in Brimsdown was German Whip. Remember?
Yeah. See, I'm saying, right? You mentioned that, man.
Yeah. So we're going ahead.
Yeah, man. But it's the golden era, so it's a time machine. Wherever we land, innit? But you just know that man was doing something them times, innit? But like Meridian Dan, that was a big track.
Meridian
as well,
Dan, JME, Big H, big track. And back then, 13 in the charts, which was like a massive thing for a grime tune. Do you know what I'm saying? Like top 20.
So what? You've had success in grime, innit?
Yeah, I'd say
that's a grime track. I mean,
that's a grime track.
And you've had success in drill.
Yeah.
What about rap?
Well, the Roddy Rich and Chip Martin.
Yeah. Rap. Yeah, a bit of rap, trap. Sort of like dabbled in everything. Do you know what I mean? But that was the first sort of tune that started my career. Really. Yeah. Before that, like, because that was the labels.
What was after that? What was the second one then? Let's go from there.
The second one So I mean that. So what happened with German Whip? I've got to kind of tell the story because
Yes, please do.
it got signed, and then I basically got fucked off in it because you see labels back then they were very like snobbish of
They still
like
do that shit.
yeah. So it's like who's this fucking rap engineer studio? Like let's take it to our proper guy, rare. And I didn't get paid nothing for the song. Like I was disheartened in it, but at the same time, everyone rated me for doing the song.
What you,
So rather than just being like, like the scenes, because a lot of people get bitter in that situation, innit?
Yeah, of
Because you're being fucked by the label.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then, but yeah, I just kind of just carried on grafting, and that's when I met Huncho and Hedy, and Hedy was the big turning point for me because that was the first time where I met his A&R Rob, and Rob trusted me to mix his stuff. And it's that trust from a label because it's very cliquey in the labels.
No,
do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like that, you know, their cousins are fucking engineer. Oh, you can do Hedy one. Like, you know, who's this guy? So it's like.
But when you're someone that just gets taken, you can keep getting keep getting taken.
Yeah.
Someone else.
Yeah, that's why it's cliquey, innit? Like we just want you to be. That's what I'm saying. Like man, just want you to be man. Just. Be man's engineer, fam. Like we don't want to know that you're.
But carry
mixing.
on before we just.
But that I feel like that's the that was the trick to kind of get loyalty from the artist, which is a hard thing. So that Hedy's like, nah, I want Sean to do it. Do you know what I mean? So when they've tried to take it to their label engineers, and so that's when I first got like a payment for an album from a label.
Wow.
And from then I was like, okay, I don't need to do 14 hours a day, 7 days a week recording.
Sure,
so my life changed.
You used to have invoices and stuff.
Yeah.
No, big up Hedy for that though.
Big him up for taking you to the next level. But I actually remember you like doing it in your book. You know that book with the what's called the purple sheet underneath and all that, like writing that. I said, "Wow, Sean's taking this. This is a job for him. This is not just studio.
Trying, man.
Writing down everything."
But you got to remember, but by then I've been doing it 10 years. So before I'd had that chance with Hedy. So before that, you know, the first 6 years I was just getting cash and I was just trying to live, innit?
Yeah.
And like behind on the rent on the
did
studio.
Did you know that check was coming or whatever?
Nah.
You didn't even know. You just like what?
You
That must have been like a mad.
Yeah, hoping, man. But you're just doing it because you love it, innit? Why do any of us do music, man? Because you love it, innit?
Yeah.
Like you don't know if. Do you know what I'm saying?
You're not knowing. You don't know when money's coming from.
And when you're in deep as well, when you've been doing it 5-6 years, and you're just like, you know what, I'm this. This is me, innit? Everyone know I'm an engineer, so whether it works out or not, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, that was like a big breaking point. So from then, it's just sky's the limit now, isn't it?
Yeah, then just sort of like from then when you're getting the ratings of the Hedy one, and then I done the D Block one. Yeah, so obviously Air Force was a big track for me because then everyone took me serious, but it was indie. So like career wise, it wasn't like a big like change. But the Hedy one was label. So that was a big change. And then man, I done the D Block stuff. D Block and Young Bane done a joint tape.
Yeah.
And then when I done that, then boom, I'm a specialist drill engineer, I'm a specialist trap engineer. Then everyone who's in those genres, there's not many people like me. So they'll all start coming to me then. Do you know what I mean? So that was the start of this career when I took it serious. And I could not work as many hours. You know, when you're mixing, I don't know if your viewers would be that. You might, but when you're mixing, you're getting paid for your skill, not your time. So when you're recording, you're getting paid for your time. So you know what I mean? So to earn a good living, I have to work 14 hours a day, 7 days a week, which I was doing for like 10 years. But then just boom, when it's mixing, it's do one mix a day and just, do you know what I mean? Just chill.
Make sure that mix is proper.
Yeah, and it's different. I don't do one mix a day, but do you know what I'm saying? That's the kind of skill-based payment. So that was a big change in my career. So if any engineers, producers watching us, hopefully can help them find
somewhere to get to, innit? That's what it should be in the end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. No, but I still feel like there's more big stuff that you've done, man.
Yeah, well, the plug thing was different as well because we owned the songs. So then I'm doing it. I reached out to Jack. He's said, yeah, let's do it. I know all the artists, yeah. So I know Huncho and all that, because they don't really trust this like weed business guy. Well, why am I giving you a song? You know, like so. And then even I'm sounding mad because I'm going to like Huncho, like, oh yeah, I can get like Gunna and Lil Baby. He's like, I've heard that before. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then eventually he's turned around and said, you know, like giving me a song, or I think I've even just sneaked off a song. It was of Nath Smalls actually.
Okay, yeah.
Which was
What do you mean
Broken
you
Homes.
you just took his song?
No, like, so we just said, send me some of your songs, and they didn't know what, like, you know what I mean? And then eventually, yeah. But Nath also had been to the plug, so.
Yeah.
And then we got the first one, which was tell a lie, there was one before that which was Rich the Kid.
Okay.
And that was just Jack like finding a way to go to his house and just turn up with a duffel bag of cash and just being like, can you give me a verse? And Rich the Kid recording it in his yard for Jack,
just
that's
like
in
that.
America. Yeah, bang.
Madness.
But then we were like, we want to sort of make proper tunes in it, not just get random verses. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we chose a tune off Nath, and we chose Gunna. I mean, he reached out to Gunna's team, and then when Gunna was on it, Huncho jumped on it, and that was a tune. You remember when the first trap wave stuff was coming out, and everyone was rating Gunna and Lil Baby, and then there was like the UK guys, Huncho, Nath.
Yeah. So you
we
merged
put it
them,
together,
yeah. Just
and
put
then
it together.
from that you just
Big
boom,
tunes
boom,
as well.
boom. Yeah.
Big tunes. There was bare. What was the collabs again? I know Blade Brown was on the track with.
So like the Roddy Rich and Chip one.
Yeah,
and Young Bane.
okay, that was a big track.
They're the two biggest tracks with the Huncho, Gunna, and the Roddy Rich and Young Bane.
Ace Hood, Silverstone, or someone else.
Who else?
Was that Charlie Sloth?
Oh no, that was Charlie Sloth. I think there was D Block.
You know
and
something to do with that as well, innit?
No, I wasn't that one. There was D Block and Offset, which was one.
Yeah.
There was.
That's with the cushions, like, innit? Like they're like, innit?
Yeah. And then the Dolph, because we couldn't get them for the video.
Yeah.
So he done the doll thing.
He got the dolls.
Yeah,
innit?
it kind of worked.
It was like a good idea. Still,
worked.
that's how I remember it.
Yeah, you got to be clever with those sort of.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And yeah, man, there was like Dolph and Blade.
Yeah, Dolph and Blade. I
Yeah, that
remember
was a big one.
I remember
And
that
then-
one. That was a big one. That was like, I was like, wow.
Oh yeah, man.
Wow, how did that happen? And then someone said, yeah, the plug. And then I was like, yeah, right, the plug sounds hard. And
Yeah.
like, yeah, someone said, Sean. Like, what?
Yeah,
See, Blaze,
Like,
Blaze,
what?
Blaze opening caps as well. I
yeah.
know he must be helping him in some sort of way. He must be like getting a couple.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's like that was a big change as well, because then you're going from engineering to owning a song. Do you know what I mean?
So that's just forever, isn't it? Like,
Yeah. So that's sort of, then you're in the sort of label territory of owning music. Do you know what I mean? Well, yeah.
That's crazy, Sean. But listen, I still feel like there's more, fam. I still feel like you've done some other shit, man.
Yeah, I mean, after that, then after the
You've
plug
done other
stuff.
shit, man.
Yeah,
You've
still.
done other shit, man. You're being modest, fam. You're just like, yeah, I done that, like, and that's the. Nah, man, you done some other stuff, man.
Yeah.
Because remember, I'm just hearing about like, wow, Sean's doing this, and I'm like, what? Like, you know, like every time I'm in my world. Do you get what I'm saying, innit? But I do keep up to date with, to a certain extent, with what's going on in the new school. Do you get what I'm saying, innit? So when I'm hearing like of people that I've worked with, like I'm always happy. Do you understand? But when man are telling me Sean's doing this, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I can't believe that, fam. Like, and then I start looking at the stuff. I start seeing like, yeah, the plug, Sean. He mixes. I knew he mixes, but he's doing this, he's doing that. And then I heard something that was like, nah, Sean's gone clear. He's gone. Like, I'm hearing that, like, what's it called? You did Body.
Yeah. So that was another big.
But you're just saying that's another, like, nah, man. That's like, that's mental, Sean.
Yeah.
So break down that one for man, then, yeah?
Yeah, so me and Jack, after doing the Plug album, we sort of parted ways. Yeah, I sold my stake in the Plug, and then I started a studio complex, and then which is Signature Studios.
Okay.
So after starting Signature Studios, 2 months in, Tion just shouts to me. He's like, "Oh, I've got this song." Do you know what I mean? With Russ.
But see, Signature Studios, yeah. You've bought the building. Or
So we got a lease. We've leased the building, and then we've converted it to a tile warehouse.
And we've Kaya.
Tile. So
Oh,
literally
tile. I thought you said
tiles.
tile.
Yeah.
Sean,
First walk in,
tire
it's
thing
just
again.
yeah, there's just tiles piled everywhere, and then we converted it from a tile warehouse into 7 studios.
Okay.
Yeah, and then man, I just started that whole journey of like running a business and a studio business. You know what I mean? Because I've always rented studios,
Yeah.
and you know, I just feel like you're getting bumped.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Yeah.
do you
When
know?
you really check it.
Yeah.
Like, when you really deep it.
Yeah,
Like,
bro. Like you're better off investing the capital to start your own studios and then renting them out. Do you know what I mean? So that was the business model for that, and then after that, Tion came 2 months into that. Blessing. The label didn't rate the tune. Label were like, "Nah, it's too
okay,
good."
I think I might have heard this story on the end of like maybe Tion Wayne saying that like he took it to the label, I think, or something like that.
He was signed, and
he took it to them and they said, "Nah, not this one."
No,
or
we
something.
don't want it on the part of our signed deal. It's too hood.
And,
you know
and
what I mean?
he said something about he filmed a video with them or something, and he ended up wasting the video or something like that.
I can't. I think so. He's quite like, he'll film a video like twice, or 3 times, just because it's quite fussy, and even with his mix downs. Do you know what I mean? But even because before that we had the success of Keisha Becky.
Okay.
So before Body, so I was already Tion's guy, and I don't know, but that was in the pandemic.
Yeah.
And then man, we just done Body. Everyone like, I remember just like outside having a cigarette from the studio, and one of the producers were, "You think this is gonna be? You think it's as good as Keisha Becky?"
Yeah.
And most people are just like, you know what I mean? I'm not sure.
Not
and
sure.
Then bang, TikTok viral.
TikTok.
Do you remember the dance?
The dance in it, the scene change.
Yeah. Yeah, the scene
the
change.
scene change in it, like
and
in
then,
it, and yeah.
And then that's
and then
number
who
1.
was on the who was on this one? This was RD.
Yeah, the remix RD.
The remix,
yeah.
innit?
And the Keisha Becky was H.
Would H in it.
Yeah.
So that's what tipped
amongst
them.
others, but yeah.
That's what tipped it over, innit? So what was that? The first drill number 1 in it?
That was the first drill number 1, and it went number 1 in like 5 countries, and it's on at like 1 billion streams now, man. So,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So what do you get for that? Like, you get plaques and shit and that, innit?
As an engineer.
Yeah.
So you'd normally, as an engineer, you get an advance in points on the record. Like, you know what I mean? Potentially, and obviously a plaque and number 1 award or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, but that's what I'm saying. You see, as a musician, when you're doing these kind of things, I think obviously you want to get paid, but like to see your plaque, Elijah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, like to get a plaque or some sort of award from a credible, you know what I'm saying, organisation to say, yeah, you did this.
Yeah.
I think that's like one of the.
Oh yeah.
That's
like,
got to be a great feeling.
Well, like, you know, I used to watch MTV, and I used to see, you see the Americans with all the plaques on their walls.
Yeah. When you got
like,
to.
That's one of the reasons I got into music, like seeing
Yeah.
all that gassing you up, and then, man, you get your first plaque, and it was pretty amazing. I remember I got a picture on my phone of like my mum holding up my plaque.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Gas like it.
You know
all
what I mean?
them hours in the studio, the old school one, and that man had the
yeah.
little fridge. Remember, Sean?
Yeah, the fridge, the hole in the wall.
The fridge, the window fucking had, what's it called, bars on it. You can't even see. It's like you're underground. It's dark.
Yeah.
Brother.
There's a lot of stories from that one though, because I know this is the golden era.
Man.
So I don't know if you wanna. That was.
Go true, man.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I brought you for. Like the
Yeah.
stories, you know. Like I know you've got like stories, you know, like you know them ones, things that happen.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
them ones.
I mean, I remember one story from when I was in that room, and opposite, you know, there was the room. I don't know when you came to it, with all the bars. So it was like looked like a fucking prison cell. There's just bars all around this room.
I think so.
Yeah, and I was in there at night, and then I must have heard like, you know, police, like smacking on the door, and I'm thinking they're on my door, and I'm just getting shook. Like, do you know what I mean? I was like, okay, I'll just wait in there, sitting like not making a sound in it, so they don't think anyone's in it. And then they get the angle grinder out, angle grind the door off, and it's a fucking massive grow house in it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So they ruined someone's day, and that was opposite the studio back then. Yeah, man.
Bare stuff was going on there.
Yeah, a lot of stuff in that building.
Bare tires.
Yeah, the tyres.
people just wandering around.
Bloodline,
gyms.
big up Bloodline. They had a studio there nearly the whole time I was there.
Yeah.
So they were a good, like, because, you know, as I was saying about people trusting you with their music.
Yeah.
And when you're just any guy, you know what I mean? You're just being trusted is the main thing. And Bloodline, they came upstairs and they were like, okay, we'll give you a chance.
So they was recording down in their studio.
Yeah.
But then doing what? Bringing.
No, they'd re-record it in my studio after that. So they tried me out. They're like, oh, who's this guy in it? We'll try him out. And they tried me out and I passed the test or whatever.
Yeah.
And
so,
then, yeah, man.
so they started coming up with it.
Yeah.
Surprising.
Millie Major, Big H, Meridian Dan, Paper Pabs.
Yeah. Because that's, I think, I met Paper Pabs at your studio.
Yeah.
I went and linked him, and I think we did a video outside.
Yeah.
We did, didn't it? I linked him and did a video outside.
Yeah. But it was a good, it was like a family vibe in that building to an extent, you know what I mean?
I came and met Mike there.
Yeah, Mike.
Cypher
Spray.
Jules, because he said it on his one. See, when I did the tune with him, it was at Sean's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying, innit? Like, who else have I met? William, Grime Culture.
Oh, yeah.
Grime Culture,
William.
like he was like, I think he was doing something with Big Nasty at the time, innit?
Yeah.
He came, then I
And,
introduced him to Propane.
Oh, who used to be the Lordy?
Lordy.
Graham Report.
Yeah. See, that was the original. People don't even know, like, do you know what I mean?
No,
Uncle
I
Payne.
didn't even know that.
Yeah.
£5 Munch.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't even know that. Like, do you know what as well?
Lordy's my guy, man. I ain't heard from Lordy in a long time.
but even Toxic TV was doing his thing back then as well. You remember that?
Yeah,
What was the channel? Rap
City.
Rap City.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And even I was trying to do my filming freestyle thing
with the work rate,
Work rate,
innit?
yeah. So it was
Work rate,
different
good
hustle back then.
Good thing you said that, Sean.
Yeah.
Because who said this? And you should know because you.
Oh no!
It's on your channel. It's on your channel, Sean. Okay, so you caught a body. That's a holy ghost. If I load the toast, you have a holy head and a holy coat.
Was it Big H or was it
Nah.
no?
Nah.
Oh no! You've embarrassed me. Still, I should know.
It's not just something you recorded. You could get away with saying, "Oh, I can't remember that you filmed this."
It's not Paper Pabs. Is it
Nah.
Do you man know?
We got one. Nah, they
I
don't.
couldn't answer even if I knew.
He's not allowed to speak now.
Okay. I'm gonna go check the freestyles after
You
this.
gotta check it out, Sean. Alright, well, listen, we got one. Most of the other people, but like,
He's
in
not
all-
a rapper, so
you see, in all fairness,
No,
it's cool. But check the work rate channel when you get a chance, Sean. You'll see. You know the ones.
Okay.
But what else we got for him?
What else you want to ask?
Well, I don't know, man. I feel like he's told us about Body. What else have you done after Body?
After Body, then you've had the sort of Digger D stuff, like the number one. Then you had the sort of, because that was the first number one single.
Can you just give us a rundown of your accolades and just like
I mean, you had
what you would say, like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, there were sort of like big moments in my career, like the German Whip was just special to me because it was like the first song, and then you had the sort of Huncho stuff, Heady stuff, and then like Body was the first number one single for drill, and then you had the Central C album, which was number one album, drill.
Yeah, okay.
And then the Digger one, which was number one album.
What, you mixed them?
I mixed the whole Central album apart from a couple songs, and the Digger one I was involved in. I mixed like a couple of the songs, and so it was produced and recorded at the studio as well. And and then like obviously loads of songs have gone like silver, gold, platinum from like D Block, like loads of their songs. And
so you got that room. You've got that room with. You see that room that you said you was watching on MTV.
Yeah.
You've got that room now.
So yeah.
You got the plaques, yeah.
But there's still. Do you know what? There's always you just always chasing, man. There's always another because there's the Grammy. Because like obviously Burna Boy got the Grammy, and a lot of producers in the scene therefore are Grammy producers from the Burna Boy album.
Okay.
So now it's like, you know, trying to get
So
the
that's
American billboards.
Okay, so
there's always another.
Okay, so there's more. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's next? What is the next?
Uh,
What's your next goal?
Well, do you know what it is for me? It's bringing through some of like the younger producers and seeing their success. So like I've got into sort of music management now. So I've got like Harry and Kieran, 8 M's, Forenzo, just some of the HLA and some of these younger kids. And 8, I don't know if I mentioned him, but basically they're like the new generation, you know what I mean? And sometimes it's giving them opportunity. Drill, trap, and it's like, you know, there's only so many plaques you can get, and it's great and all that. But then, like, seeing someone you've brought and you've given them an opportunity, and they get their first plaque, it's a rewarding thing.
Yeah, of course, it must be in it.
Do you know what I mean?
It must be in it.
That's the kind of what I'm on now. Just kind of, you know what I mean?
Bringing in
because I've done a lot of songs and
yeah,
you know what I mean?
no, you have in a short space of time as well.
Yeah.
Well, short space of time, but like still a long grind.
Do you get to earn royalties on the things you've done?
So on a song like that, it's most songs an engineer gets 1% royalty of the song. That's like bog standard.
Yeah.
But it's deal dependent, and if it's not a label artist and an indie artist, normally you wouldn't even bother. Like I'm not gonna, because I'm not gonna account an indie artist who's just paying you cash, or but a label is different.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, them big chunk songs like that.
Oh, yeah.
But people like don't really like would never understand how much the engineer matters to how the song's received.
Oh, yeah, don't get me started on that one, man. They need to do a before and after with some of these songs.
Because it's not a joke, you know?
Yeah, but you know,
expertise there.
If you start mixing songs before I've even come out the booth, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I don't know what do you mean it sounds like. What do you mean, fam? It never sounded like that. You could never play me the original raw. Like no. I've already come out of the booth and heard magic, fam. What are you talking about, brother?
They start calling it your studio, you know what I mean? And they put your studio.
It's my studio. The moment you start doing some magic like that, that's my studio. And if someone tries to take me to another studio and they don't perform like how you have, he's shit, fam. I'm not. You know one. Whoever's brought me here, I'm just telling them he's shit, fam. I'm not coming back here, fam.
It was brutal back then.
Might as well go where you know, fam. You know, like you can get your tunes. You go to certain people's studios and they've lost your tracks.
Yeah.
They've deleted it off their hard drive.
Spiteful. Certain men are spiteful.
Just delete your thing off the
You
hard
gotta
drive.
be happy when you meet someone that's not actually
That's why
a failed rapper.
Is that what you're saying? Engineers were failed rappers.
Like cameraman, engineers. When you meet someone that's not.
You said cameramen were failed. Is that what you're saying? Like
most guys are failed rappers that in the industry. They're doing other things, but they wanted to initially be the rapper.
Okay, so you didn't want to rap first.
Everyone had a bar, bro.
No, everyone had a bar.
Everyone had a bar when they were in
different.
school.
Everyone had a bar, but he didn't want to be the rapper.
No.
Even like she
I've
said.
never pursued.
Let me tell you what's similar to me and him. Like I was a DJ.
Okay, so you didn't actually want to rap.
As a DJ, I was a promoter, producer.
Yeah.
Then the cap, you know what I'm saying, because it's all things that are behind the scenes. And he's done similar things. He's even done the camera work. So it's like we love all of the behind the scenes stuff, but there's genuine behind the scenes guys like me and him. You know what I'm saying? People like us. But there's some people that in the initial. It was
to do stuff for themselves. It was to be able.
They started.
Are you saying that it was to be able to film things for when they start rapping again?
No, they rap first.
And
then they said, "Alright, let me do this other stuff." And then maybe I'll come back to the rapping. But
it's true. Because even me, it wasn't so much being a rapper. I was more like passionate about being a DJ producer.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That was like my dream.
Yeah. Like what a Khaled like.
Yeah. Not even a Khaled, bro. It's just like
that's his angle
in like house music, like in different scenes. Do you know?
Yeah, because you
mean?
was a
like
DJ as well.
Yes. DJ.
You was a DJ as well. That's the next thing you used to tell me about. You skipped that.
I was a DJ before. I've done all the like the people that like behind the scenes stuff. We have similar past.
Okay.
Even before I've even linked Mac. Mac was a DJ. Mac's done similar things to me. Like,
allow it, man. Allow it. You never told man that, Mac.
Yeah.
DJ what? Keep it simple.
DJ Return.
DJ Return.
Of the Mac.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, hidden.
You know what I mean?
You didn't know them.
But a lot of
there,
people
man.
that's like the behind the scene creative had to take a similar path. I have already taken a similar path from back in the day, like the decks. You can go like I saw
they might have bought
the
decks
record
or something.
shops.
You fall into something, innit?
Yeah,
and then you
yeah.
build a passion for that.
Yeah.
But I never grew up thinking, I want to be an engineer.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like, I wasn't in
The first
I wanna
dream
know-
wasn't like a band or
Nah,
something.
like, but then when I'm in it, I'm like, okay, this is alright. And then you grow a passion for
Yeah.
it. Because then I'm like, I'm alright at this. I can try and learn more. And
But going back to that bar you got, Shawnee D. You know what I mean?
Like, I don't know.
You're gonna give us a golden era special.
After the podcast.
I know he remembers it.
It has to, yeah.
Baker Trouble
everyone
remembers this
Yeah,
one.
make her remember these ones, man.
Everyone remembers that first one. I remember mine, like first, P to the O to the I into the S. So,
Yeah.
you get me? Yeah, you remember the little
Poison.
Poison. Yeah, rubbish.
Not in them days. Back in the day, you can't.
Whack.
Yeah, there's something back in the day, it was alright. You can say
Whack.
whatever. Back in the day,
It
you
was
say,
alright,
bigger,
no,
bigger, 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 bigger. You would be like, bo.
You know what it is? I couldn't do the look, I have even problems now. Brrr. I couldn't do that, you know that? I couldn't do that. Brrr. I do it the other way. I do it the other way. I do a brrr. You know what I'm saying? Other man was doing it like fluid. Like, I can't do that one, so it's dead. You get me? Like
Hunter B. Hunter B.
Let off the Mac, you know them ones. Like, yeah, I couldn't do it properly, so I just cut that one out and just start again. You know them ones. The other man them do that.
Hunter B and Shawnee D.
They're doing the mad combo.
There's that accent.
Hey, them days you had to hear that. You had to that radio voice.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Wow.
man, making memories though. Now.
Sick of that, innit, man?
You gonna ask that special question?
What's that now?
What's
New
and what's
next.
Okay, what's coming?
Yeah.
Have you got a Shawnee D project that's like gonna be like a DJ Khaled kind of vibe where you present?
So I done a tune. I've done a tune with Vibes Cartel.
Big.
Yeah, like it's out now. The Vibes Cartel, Digger D, and Unknown T.
You did
Okay.
that tune?
Yeah, I did that tune.
Oh,
so
shit.
I produced the beat on that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
so
tune's big as well.
What
for
you
me,
make?
that
Okay.
was a new thing because I left the plug thing where we put together tunes, executive
Yeah,
production.
yeah,
so I'm
yeah,
like, you know what, fuck it, I'll try and put together a tune. It was not easy. The process, the costing of it,
Yeah.
like the whole thing, like, do you know what I mean? It was difficult, and even just the pressure of releasing a tune that's yours. Like, I feel for artists after going through that experience now, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that was me featuring those artists.
Yeah.
So then I'm just like,
You want it to do well and everything.
yeah,
as well,
like I've never been that anxious. Like, just like you're watching the YouTube and you're like, do you know what I mean? You got a lot riding on it as well because you've
Yeah.
invested in it, and not just money but time. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I was like, maybe that's the Khaled thing ain't my path. So instead, what I think I'm gonna do is, obviously I got my brand Signature Studios.
No, but that song did well, though, innit?
Yeah, it did alright. It did decent. Yeah, but it was still just stressful. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I started my business, and remember I said about the producers managing. So I prefer to put a project together now using my producers
Okay.
under my brand, and it's not really focused on me. I'm just kind of having my input, and then it's more like the other generation are kind of putting
use
it
your
together
links
with
and
me,
stuff, innit?
and with current artists and that kind of vibe. Do you know what I mean? That's probably my next step, but I haven't even started it, so it's all just
there. You manifest it, innit, when you speak it.
yeah, exactly,
You know what
man.
I'm saying? Come to light and that.
Yeah. And in terms of like projects, like we got the Huncho album coming out. We've got like M24's album coming out, Nace Small's album coming out. There's new Central stuff coming out. The new Digger stuff. So it's just a bag of the scene. Everyone's hungry right now. So all the young rappers.
Was that the Huncho?
That's what I thought you said.
No, Huncho.
Huncho.
He said the Huncho. Yeah. What you saying?
I think he was trying to give you a little, you know?
Give me a spot, Sean. Sean knows. Go ahead.
You heard it wrong, Hunt. He said the Hunt Show.
It's the Huncho, yeah?
The Hunt
All right,
Show.
safe, yeah, we'll
That's
go.
what I heard. The Hunt Show. And them Huncho, don't get me, man.
Yeah, man, we're tuning into that still.
I think you need to tap into that confusion there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. No, man. The guests were only gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger. You know, like in terms of like history. You know, them ones like everyone's good that we bring. Like I said it before, everyone that we bring on here is a credible people.
Yeah.
It just so happens that he's doing stuff now,
Yeah.
which
Amazing.
even more cements it. If you didn't know who he was, because you probably don't know who he is,
But
because he's in the
Big
studio.
ratings for the fact that he's doing what he's doing now, and he came and sat down here with us, and a big respect for that.
But even if I could say something, you see a lot of the rappers from this generation, they don't get their dues, because back then those were like the times when music was tough. Because even me, it was hard for me to have a career then, and there wasn't as much money floating around in music. There was it was the turn. The UK rap started when it was the turn of CDs. No one's buying CDs anymore. Everyone's downloading offline while YouTube just started. There's no streaming. Fucking hell, it wasn't streaming for like 10 years. So a big tune, you get in 100k on YouTube, and that's a madness.
Everyone
Back
knows
then,
you.
but you ain't getting no fucking money for that, unless you're selling a mixtape out of the boot of your car. So do you know what I mean? It's
Different
a lot of those rappers don't get the dues or financially, but even just like credit that they're due. Do you know what I mean? That grew the scene, that allowed me to have a career later on, and not just me, but even all these other rappers like Central, everyone, Digger, everyone, man. So
it's like a lineage. It's all come from somewhere, man. And them's putting a mad graph.
Loads of people, like I say, and it comes down to cameraman, studios, people that's behind, promoters. There's loads of people behind it.
Just rappers,
Man, they don't even
and
get
like rest in
attention.
peace Jamal as well.
Rest in
Because
peace,
without Jamal, I wouldn't have even had a studio. I wouldn't even have the opportunities. He was one of my biggest inspirations, because he was successful when I wasn't successful. When I was in the fucking mouse infested studio with, do you know what I mean, grafting, like enjoying it, but grafting.
Because magic was being made, bro.
And it was fun.
This is it.
Those were the good days. You know
Man
what I
had
mean?
a microwave, bro. Man had
No,
everything.
I moved into the other room in the building, and we had the microwave and the aircon, and that was the game
in the office.
changer.
Man used to come there and knock like, nah, allow it, Sean, allow it. Come out here with us, man. You're trying to go to the office. Nah, fuck that, man.
Come on.
But nah, like, so big up Jamal. You know what I mean? Because he was a massive inspiration for a lot of people like me. As well.
Definitely.
Not just because the rappers were inspired by other rappers, but Jamal was like inspired me and a lot of, you know what I mean? People those days.
Before we go as well, you know what? When we used to come to your studio, one good thing I liked about it, documentation. What we're doing now is documentation. He was there, so we document it, and this is going to be here forever, right? Cool. When we used to go to your studio, there was a whiteboard on the wall as you enter the building, and a pen, like a felt tip pen. So as soon as you come in, guess what you do? Write your name. Hunt was here.
So it's gonna get wiped off.
No. Because it was permanent.
No, it wasn't a whiteboard. It was a canvas.
Okay.
And everyone signed the
Sorry,
canvas.
but it was a permanent thing.
Permanent.
If it was a whiteboard, no, you just come.
You just wipe it off like no, disrespect and that, or wipe your name out and write my name there because it's in the middle. You know what I'm
Do
saying?
you know what? I think we filmed a vlog with Paige and Propane in his studio. Is that?
Probably, More than likely,
yeah.
It's got the bars behind it.
Yeah.
It's like you're in a prison and all that.
It's crazy.
But like, see that board? I remember signing it, and I remember I used to look at it and see bare names. You know, like, because there's so many names, you see a different name every time you look at it. When you moved from that studio, you left it there.
I took pictures and then.
But you left it there because someone that maybe moved into the same building has found that. You know, like, you know, the movies, man, like when you in space or something, and like their spaceships crashed on some, you know, them ones, and they see some old aeroplanes there, like the old people that used to be there, and they start looking at the things, but the radio don't work to phone back home or whatever. Do you understand what I'm saying? So someone's come to that spot and found that. So guess what they did? They looked at the names and saw my name and took a picture of them holding it.
You got a vision.
And then added me.
That's legendary.
So they sent me the picture, like, yo, I found this.
I feel bad for leaving it.
A man's found it and a man has found it and appreciated. He saw the names and he has appreciated. Wow, this person, like, and he's added me. He's all put his, like, he didn't just send a picture of the thing. He's got him like smiling, like the plaque and all that. Like, so yeah, big you up, fam. But like, I just thought, I have to tell Sean that. You know, I don't even know if you just leaving shit like.
No,
that's how you know he's gone.
That's
how you know he's gone. He just left the past, like the past is the past.
It's long now.
Nah, fuck that board.
You know how many names on that board he can't stand? He's like, fuck that, they fuck
that board. He just left it like.
I feel bad for that. I had a picture on my Instagram with the boards. You know what I mean? And that was immortal to me.
That's good enough. I ain't carrying this.
You don't need to look at the names. You can zoom in if you want to see the names. Just know that all these people came here. Like, cuz, man. Listen, Sean, like, it was a pleasure you coming down. You know them ones, and I'm so happy that you've come down and blessed the show.
Respect, you know, man. Because Bear Man, the set man, I'm not even saying what they're acting, how they're acting, but they just ain't come on.
They ain't come on yet.
Put it that way, and they ain't as relevant as you still are today. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, isn't it? Like, it's about credible people, man.
Yeah.
Credible people. Everyone's credible that comes on there, but credible people, because look, he's doing his thing now, bro.
He's doing his thing right now,
bro. And he was in the trenches
from early,
putting in the works.
Come on.
So like, listen, Sean, thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. It's your boy HUN Tizzy, and this is the Golden Era UK Rap Podcast with
Sean.
Wait, some will rise, some will fall. Some will get the bag, some won't get none at all. Keep it flipping like a somersault, cause this is real rap for the connoisseurs. Some will rise, some will fall. Some will get the bag, some won't get none at all. Keep it flipping like a somersault, cause this is real rap for the connoisseurs. Yo, hold on a second and let me build a flips. Let me get it together, come with some killer-ish. I was raised in the place where the villains live, trying to get the notes the same color as the villa kit. Wait, a hard graft for the dividends.